Namaskaram. Welcome back. In today's video, we shall be talking about the second Shad Darshanas in the Indian philosophical systems, which is titled as Yoga. The credit of talking for the first time about yoga goes to sage Patanjali. So let us get ourselves acquainted with sage Patanjali and his Yoga Sutras in this video. The yoga philosophy is attributed to sage Patanjali. Patanjali, also called Gonardiya or Gonikaputra, was a Hindu author, mystic and philosopher who supposed to be lived in 2nd century BCE and maybe the 5th century CE. Patanjali is regarded as an avatar of Adisesha. That is the reason why in the picture you could see that he doesn't have legs and his body has got a tail like the serpent. But he definitely has 4 hands, and it seems that he is such intelligent that with all the 4 hands he could write 4 different subjects simultaneously. And he is supposed to have authored the Yoga Sutras, a classical yoga text. He also has written the Mahabhashya for Panini's Ashtadhyayi, which is based on grammar, linguistics and language. He also is supposed to have authored the medical text, Patanjala Tantra. So he is expert in Yoga Sutras, expert in linguistics, and also a master in Ayurveda. That's why it is said, Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakaroktam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjalirannotosmi. I bow with my hands together to the eminent sage Patanjali, the poem translates, who removed the impurities of my mind through yoga, of my speech through grammar, and of my body through medicine. Talking about the practical discipline, yoga is primarily concerned with the practical methods of achieving spiritual progress. Unlike purely theoretical philosophies, yoga emphasizes the importance of disciplined practice, sadhana, for purifying the mind, body, and soul. And it suggests the Ashtanga marga, the 8-fold path, with yama, which talk about the moral restraints, niyama, the observances, asanas, the physical postures, pranayama, the breath control, pratyahara, the withdrawal of the senses, dharana, the concentration, meditation, which is called dhyana, and samadhi, which talks about the enlightenment. The ultimate aim of reaching the samadhi or enlightenment is through yama and niyama, the philosophical observances, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, and dhyana. Essentially, it integrates the physical, mental, and spiritual aspects of human existence. The philosophy holds that these dimensions are interconnected and balance among them is essential for overall well-being and spiritual progress. Through practices like asanas or postures and pranayama or breath control, yoga seeks to harmonize the body and mind, creating the conditions that are necessary for higher states of consciousness. Talking about the moksha, the ultimate goal of yoga is moksha or the liberation from the cycle of birth and death, the samsara. This is achieved through the realization of the true self, Purusha, and its separation from the material world, Prakriti. And the final stage of Ashtanga path is Samadhi, which is a deep meditative state leading to liberation. This can be possible with the mind mastery, Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Yogas, Chitta Vritti Nirodha, yoga says. A practitioner can achieve clarity, inner peace, and self realization with the control of all the 5 senses with his mind. And putting his mind towards meditation. The focus of mind and the reach deeper levels of awareness is what is acquired in yoga. The yama and niyama are very essential in this, followed by the virtues. The yamas talk about the non-violence, ahimsa, truthfulness, satyam, non-stealing, asteyam, celibacy, brahmacharyam, non-possessiveness, aparigrana. Aparigrahana is not to take anything from others which doesn't belong to you. And the niyamas include cleanliness, shaucham, contentment, santosham, austerity, tapas, self-study, swadhyaya, and the surrender to a higher power, Ishvara Parinidhana. Yoga shares Sankhya's metaphysical dualism of Purusha and Prakriti. However, Sankhya focuses on theoretical knowledge, whereas Yoga emphasizes on the practical methods to achieve the same goal of liberation. And hence, Sankhya and Yoga are always set together because they complement each other. The word yoga means union, yoke of the body, the mind, and the spirit. And so the yamas that are talked about are non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, celibacy, and non-possessiveness. The niyamas that are emphasized in the Eightfold Path are cleanliness, contentment, austerity, self-study, surrender to a higher power. Asanas are the physical postures for physical health and mental focus. Pranayama talks about the breath control for regulating energy and calming the mind. Pratyahara is the withdrawal of senses to focus inwards. Dharana is the concentration on a single object or thought. Dhyana is meditation. Samadhi is the ultimate state of absorption of enlightenment. So the true end of yoga is going till Samadhi. Doing some asanas or maybe some 5 minutes pranayama is not yoga. It's a complete union of the body, mind, and spirit for the realization of samadhi or moksha. It talks about the karma. The law of karma is actions leading to the corresponding results. Vivekananda says very beautifully, good always leads to good. Bad always leads to bad. There is no shortcut in this. So that is what karma is. It also talks about the rebirth, the cycle of the birth, death, and rebirth, which is a samsara. And with the help of sadhana, by following the right guru, you can achieve the self-realization or moksha, is the ultimate end of yoga. When we talk of literature of yoga philosophy, the best literature, the first text that comes to my mind is Yoga Sutras of Patanjali that talk about 196 sutras or aphorisms in 4 chapters. The Samadhi Pada, the Sadhana Pada, the Vibhuti Pada, and the Kaivalya Pada, ultimately leading us to Samadhi. Then we have, of course, the Bhagavad Gita that talks about the Karma Yoga, the Yoga of action, Bhakti Yoga, the Yoga of devotion, and Jnana Yoga, the Yoga of knowledge. The Bhagavad Gita integrates yoga philosophy with daily life, offering practical advice on how to remain balanced and spiritually oriented in the most of the worldly duties. Then you also have the Hatha Yoga Pratipadika by Swami Swatmarama, almost talking about the same things. Gheranda Sanhita by Sage Gheranda also puts forward the yoga principles. The Gheranda Sanhita offers a detailed and systematic approach to the physical and spiritual practices of Hatha Yoga. Shiva Samhita also talks about the Yoga Sutras. In general, in the Upanishads also, we have the existence of Yoga Sutras like in Kathopanishad, in Shvetashvatara Upanishad, and Maitri Upanishad. The Upanishads provide the metaphysical and spiritual foundations of yoga and the realization of ultimate reality, the Brahman. Yoga Vasistha, given by sage Vasistha to Prince Rama, also covers the nature of reality, the mind, and liberation. The Yoga Sutras have their commentaries written by Vyasa, Vijnana Bhikshu, and Adi Shankaracharya. These commentaries provide deeper interpretations and practical insights to the original texts. These become the secondary literature sources for understanding Yoga Sutras. You can view these videos on the net for Sankhya and Yoga. Videos are available in English and Hindi. I shall post a few videos in your Google Classroom as well. Thank you very much for being a part of this video. See you in the next video. Bye. Till then. Namaskaram.